This is the intro to Long Hair Pretty Nail Show, yeah.
Give it up for the notification squad. These were the first 3 comments in my last video. If you want a chance to be featured, make sure you hit that notification bell and come show your girl some love when I drop a new video. Hey y'all, what's up and welcome back. So in today's video, I have some nail goodies, but please ignore my broken nail.
Bruh.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. But anyway, I have some new nail goodies from Kiara Sky, and I was so excited to get this package. But these are some of their new glow in the dark dip powders, and you guys know how I love glow in the dark, so yes. But these colors are so pretty. The whole collection is 48 colors, but I just grabbed a few, or 17. But let's get into these nails. So these are my natural nails. I've taken my previous set off and they grew out a bit and yada yada yada. But to prep, I'm just going to start off by pushing back my cuticles and then using the opposite end of the cuticle pusher to scrape up any of that dead skin on my nail. And then going in with my cuticle clean bit and further getting up any of that crusty cuticle skin that may be on my nail. It's very important to get this stuff up because if you don't, your nails will lift. Once all my nails are prepped and I've filed down my natural nails, I'm gonna go in with the BU long stiletto tips. These are my favorite nail tips to use because they just fit my nails perfectly. And I get these from Amazon. So after picking out my size tips, I'm gonna go in with the Kiss brush on nail glue and use that to put on these nail tips. Once I have all the nails on, I'm going to use my nail tip cutter to trim down the length.
Final round, fight! Finish her! Fatality!
Next, I'm going to take my hand file and shape the nail tips. And then I'm going to also take the shine away from the nail tips and lightly blend them in with my natural nails. I find that it's easier to shape the nail tips beforehand. Try to get them as close to the final shape as possible because afterwards, if you file the sides too much, you kind of lose some of the dip powder color. So I just try to make sure to get the tips as close to the final shape as possible. Next, taking the Kiara Sky Bond, I'm going to apply this to all of my nails. And this is basically a nail dehydrator. It gets rid of all the excess oils and preps your nail for the dip powder application. Next, I went and grabbed this out of the starter kit. This is the Kiara Sky dip powder in color Natural. And I'm also using their base. And I'm just going to start building the nail, first starting off in the center of the nail and taking it all the way down. And just placing a nice even coat of the base and then dipping it into the natural powder. I let it sit for a few seconds and then I brush off the excess powder. And then I'm just going to go back a little bit further back from where the first layer is and do the same thing. And what this is going to do is create a nice curve in the nail so I won't have flat nails. Next, I'm going to take the dip powder and color Money Moves and proceed to build up the nail. So here I'm just going to start right back in the middle again, putting the base down the center of the nail and bringing it all the way down the tip, and then dipping it into the glow dip powder. And with each coat, I'm just gonna go further back and back until I reach my cuticle. If you're really interested in learning how to do dip powder or you want some high quality dip powder products, I highly recommend Kiara Sky. The base alone is one of my favorites because it doesn't run all over the place. And I'm able to get nice even coats of dip powder, so the nails just turn out so much better. So if you guys are interested, I will leave links down to everything that I use along with my coupon code so you guys can save some coins. And that nail is forming so nicely. And this is after all of the nails are formed. They look crazy, so don't judge me. So next I'm going in with the Kiara Sky Seal Protect, and this is the activator for the glue, which makes everything harden up so you'll be able to file and shape without making a gooey mess. And you want to be very generous with this. You want to apply a nice amount to each nail just to make sure it soaks all the way down into the nail. After letting the activator sit on the nails for about 5 minutes, the nails are completely hardened, and now I can go in with my shaping and filing. Dip nails are so easy to file that you basically just need a hand file, so that is what I used. And here are the nails after I have filed, shaped, and buffed. And now I'm gonna go in with some more Seal Protect and just apply this to all of the nails as I did before. And this just makes sure that if I filed into any areas that didn't have any Seal Protect, aka activator on it, that it does now, and that the nails will be hard and last. I also let this sit on for 5 minutes before I move on to the next step. So for the design, I'm gonna do some 3D art, and I chose these dip powder colors to do that with. But first, I'm going to apply the Poochie's Nails gel top coat to all of my nails. I do this because I like to do my 3D art on top of top coat because it just makes a more smooth and easier surface to work on. And of course, I cure that in my nail lamp for 60 seconds. Next, I'm taking the Glam and Glitz liquid monomer, and I'm gonna pour that up into my dampened dish. I get questions all the time about which monomer I use, and this is it. And when they mail it to you, it will not spill all over the place like some other stuff that I ordered in the past. OG subs know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I highly recommend this monomer. It's a decent price, and it's also not super loud. I mean, it does smell like monomer, but it is on the lower odor side, if that makes sense. All right, so taking that teal color, I'm just gonna start creating my 3D flowers. And this teal turned out way darker than what I was expecting, but we're just gonna go with it. And for the inner petals, I decided to do a splash of color, so I decided to go with pink. And for the center, I'm just doing a small dot of yellow. And once I finished, I was like, I don't like it. So I went ahead and took it off. I had to pry it off with some nippers. But that's the reason why I like working on top coat, because I can change my mind if I want to. So for attempt 2, I decided to go in with a double dip bead. So I dipped it into the pink and then I dipped it into the darker pink color. And then I just totally dropped that one. But that's what I decided to do to create like an ombre kind of rose look. So that is what I'm doing. And then I also wanted to make it smaller. So when I tell you I had to do the lightest touch to pick up these tiny beads of acrylic. But yeah, so I decided to do this color change and I like the way these are turning out so much better. But yeah, this is my first time using dip powder with monomer. I mean, of course you can do it because after all, it is acrylic, but I haven't tried it before because dip powder is a little bit finer than regular acrylic. So I wasn't sure if it was going to be too runny or not, but this worked like a dream. So I look forward to using all of these different colors for acrylic nail designs. I think that's going to be fun. So after all of the 3D work is done, it is bling time. And because I don't plan my nail designs, I should not have put top coat on yet, but I'm just gonna go in with my buffer and buff the surface of the gel top coat. And then I'm going in with a combination of the Poochie's Nails bling gel and top coat. And starting off with the bling gel first, I'm going to apply that to my entire pinky nail, concentrating more of the bling gel around the cuticle area because we're going in with some cuticle crystals. And then I kind of smooth out the excess down the nail. And without curing, I'm going to go over that with the top coat. And then I'm going to press these crystals into the wet gel. And if you're interested in these crystals, I do have them for sale on my website. We are finally back in stock, so go ahead and check those out. I will leave the link down below. And I cure in my nail lamp for 60 seconds. Next, I'm gonna grab the Kiara Sky dip powder in natural, and I'm gonna use tiny beads of this to adhere crystals into the center of each flower. So after waiting about a couple minutes for that to set, I'm just gonna apply some cuticle oil. And here is the finished look. I love how these turned out. They are so cute. I tell you, I have gotten so much better with the 3D art, and that has been a long road. And we cannot forget about the glow. Yes. Oh my God, this is so mesmerizing. Oh my goodness. It's glowing, y'all. It's glowing.
This is the outro to the Long Hair Pretty Nail Show. Yeah.